Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for our weekly angel reading for January the 18th through the 24th, 2016. So let's just take a moment to really connect in with the source of our well being and just to see as they keep showing me a mushroom. And this is a sign of the presence of the fairies. And we're using the Fairy Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. As well as the mushroom also represents a symbol of abundance. Now, they've been sort of playing with me here, and I've had to kind of start the video several times after the first few seconds because they've been showing me the mushroom in different ways. They were showing me the umbrella, the mushroom as a wide umbrella, and they've been indicating that this, for me, is a sign of being safe. They've written that word out. But when the mushroom is an umbrella, it also means that our finances are secure, and they want you to really connect into that abundance even if you are not noticing it. And they're showing me as they're holding the stem of the umbrella. And usually the stem of something represents the connection. And they're showing me that the connection is thin. So they want you to not focus on the lack, because when you do this, it literally kind of strangles your connection to the wisdom, as they write the word sage, and the love that is available for you in the universe that is infinite. This infinite love, this love that completes itself. For the universe to love you is within itself a completion. It is what was truly meant for you to be aware of the great love that is there for you and for you to appreciate it. It's sort of an unending cycle. And this love is what attracts the abundance that you experience when you allow yourself to have some kind of connection with that love that you experience in the things that you do. And that love is fueled by your desire to have joy in your life. It's kind of like they work hand in hand. And what they really want you to do is to not allow yourself to ever lose this truth, lose sight of this truth, that you are loved and love exists within you, and everything, the world and everything that is physical exists because of love. So when you are feeling unloved or you're feeling unworthy, these feelings are what is holding you apart from the blessings that are already fulfilled for you. So they would invite you to not let these emotions cloud your clarity, as they're showing me the third eye, your clarity, your insights. What they would ask you to do is to recognize that the reason that you're feeling any kind of negative emotion is because your source of well-being is offering relentlessly and unceasingly the perfect love that is you, that is your source. And when you encounter negative emotion, you are experiencing the contrast to that alignment that is you. And if you could just recognize and appreciate that your alignment is intact and making you aware of how you're choosing to focus. Because you can never, from the source of your well being, ever be disconnected or stop the flow or no longer be connected to that flow. It's what you're focusing on that's not of abundance. And what you need to do in that moment is use those feelings not to criticize or beat yourself up, but to give you, to help think of them in a form of appreciation as making you aware of what it is that you're doing that does not agree with who you truly are. And that it's showing you that you're not creating joy, that you're not resonating with love. And it's helping you to kind of like just get like a little alarm, helping you to get off of that, if you will, and get on with what you really want, what really brings you joy. So this is what the fairies really want you to understand. This is the information that they want to bring through to you. And they want you to understand that no matter what is going on, and I know we're in a retrograde, and this week coming, I think the 25th will be the last day of the retrograde. So this is going to be the last week of the retrograde, Mercury retrograde. And what a Mercury retrograde really implies is the difference between what we consider a flow period and an ebb period. And these come up, I think, 3 or 4 times a year. And so it's a balancing. Its purpose is to help you to balance. Because during the flow period, everything is available, opportunities. You kind of tend to get into an automatic pilot after a while, and you stop paying attention because things just start to work out a little bit more for you. And in these periods, you have to kind of pay more careful attention. You have to rely on your inner guidance more, which you should remain in that place. And then these things really won't matter to you. And so it's not something that you should be afraid of. It's just allowing you to be more careful, meaning to be more caring of your own alignment. And so if you could really think about this, Mercury retrograde it's a challenge that helps you to connect more deeply with your own inner voice. Because without this, you would then probably not pay as much attention. We would take it for granted. And so you can use this as a way to help you to stay more in tune. Think of it that way. And whatever you're guided to do when you're in that flow of alignment, then you can pursue because you are in the flow. You're not looking at your life from outside that alignment, outside of your truth. And that's when we tend to find things going wrong and our negative experiences increase because we're not following our heart. And so the Mercury retrograde is doing nothing more than just helping you to do just that. So let's take a look at the card, the Archangel Oracle card. Oh, wow. Okay. We got this card again. all is well, the Archangel Jeremiel. And it says, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. So, again, things are underneath underneath everything that's happening. There are blessings unfolding for you. And this time would allow you in your meditation, in your reflections, and in your careful review of things, meaning that you're caring about your alignment and focusing on your alignment as you to guide your actions. As you do this, you can feel the shifts happening within you. So try to pay attention to your own alignment. Pay attention to your energy in your meditation and notice the shifts and how it's just what I can always sense is this expansion and these shifts that are occurring within my energy that is allowing me to appreciate the beautiful changes that the soul is experiencing through all the information that is coming through all of our life experiences. Each piece, each part of everything that you are involved in is adding to who you are. And so there's an update that is occurring within you that most times we are not always aware of. And that's what can happen when an expectation can be, after a point, limiting because you get fixed on the vision that you had while you keep continuing to live day to day and you get updates. And you usually, an expectation does not get updated. We kind of, it gets held to that original thought, and that thought even evolves and is updated and goes through its own expansion. And the human part of us, because we're not always attuned to change as part of the whole process of being a source being. That source is never still. It's always continuing to expand. It's always leading edge. And so therefore, if you in your meditation can allow yourself to glimpse a little bit of this, and even outside of your meditation, as you're moving throughout the day, notice how much everything is creating change within you and inspiring new thoughts and new ideas. If you can put your attention to this, when things unfold for you, or when you're going through things, you won't lose sight of what's really happening underneath. And so it's kind of like Archangel Jeremiel is wanting you to pay attention to your soul, because he is the angel, archangel of psychology, of the study of the soul. And if you pay attention to the frequency, the vibration of the soul's offering, you will be kept up to date. You will receive the information, the guidance as it's being processed within you through your alignment. And you will never feel disappointed by those surprises that come up, which are really blessings coming to you, because you would have had a sense of and be prepared for almost anything if you're having this kind of attention to your own alignment. So let's take a look at the card. Let me just tune in and see if there's anything else specifically that he would like to offer as guidance. And he's showing me again the mushroom and a circle of people. And so around it, so there's a sense that you have an advantage when you are dealing with others, when you are aware of the abundance that's ever flowing, that's ever you, and that is causing you to become who you are and how you think and how you flow in your life. And you can allow that to expand. It puts you in a place of advantage, because the highest vibrating being, the one who is most aware because we're all high vibrating beings. But it's about how we're able to express that is how much of our attention is on that alignment, is on that abundance, versus being distracted with things like lack and things that they're showing me like a spilt cup, a glass, like a broken glass. We get so distracted and we focus all our attention on things that spill instead of the things that are still working. And so if you can manage to do this, you'll be a leader of alignment, because as you give your life over to your own alignment in this way with your attention, you will redirect everyone else's attention. Likewise, when you see in others their own alignment, even when they're sort of throwing out, projecting towards you their misalignment, but if you can pick up on their alignment and and kind of reveal it to them through focusing on them, giving all your attention to their attributes, you will draw them away from their being distracted by their own misalignment and bring them into alignment. This is contagious, you see, and it can be very productive for you and things that you're trying to do in your own life as you're being guided. It's powerful, powerful information here for you, and powerful ways of learning to work with challenges. You can always focus on opportunities rather than the challenges, and create a shift for yourself. Okay, let's take a look at the card for the beginning of the week. Okay, so we have the King of Autumn, which is the King of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And this card indicates generosity, someone who's extremely generous, someone who has a lot to offer to others. So I'm getting a sense that you should be very much open to someone who offers you assistance of some form, someone who is very big-hearted, and very giving and loving and kind, who may be of particular assistance to you, okay? And also, it's almost like you want to be like the one who brings gifts, who brings the gifts of their inner being to others, brings that alignment, and helps others to find the abundance within themselves. So you may be called on or put in a situation, I'm feeling, where you may be able to help others who may not be feeling as connected as you are, okay? And who may have some concerns. I'm not gonna, well, I'll tune in a minute, but, I know this is mainly about, finances and this suit, family, and, physical body. But the thing is that I'm getting a strong sense that you may be someone who can help others, and it may be that you may be able to help in helping them, and pointing out their skills or their attributes, that you may be able to help them to shift emotionally and get some direction that will allow them to move, you know, to start accessing the rewards in their life, that and things that they've been wanting to manifest. It could be physical health, it could be financially, a purpose or a job or something. But you'll be pleasantly surprised at the effect that you have and helping people to tap into their own inner abundance. Likewise, be open to someone who may come and help you do likewise. All right, let me just tune in to this card and see if I get any additional messages. And they're showing me sort of two things, sort of a cornucopia and a gateway. So I feel like you're going to go through a major shift of, they're showing me a lamp. So possibly you're going to get some ideas that will help you to flesh out some plans or some things that were where you were having some vulnerabilities that's showing me in your finances. So just pay attention to ideas that are going to flow that are going to help you financially. Again, listen to your heart and pay attention to trustworthy guidance from others. And that again, this may also be you doing that for others. All right, so let's take a look at the message on the card. It says, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way. A good person or company to work for. Okay? So just, you can, if something comes up, a person or of a job, just know that this is something that you can trust. This company has integrity and financial integrity. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. Okay, and we have the ego card. So that's good because what it helps us to do when this card comes up, it helps us to be aware of that this day could be what we call an ebb day, where we need to pay attention to our own thought patterns, okay? The thoughts that create, and it's interesting because that lamp is a symbol of thoughts. And so you want to pay attention this week. The fairies kept, every time I allowed myself to think negatively about something, they would show me a lamp. And so that was just giving me the opportunity, and oh, and there is one he's holding there. It gave me the opportunity to see what I was creating, and interesting here, the things that we need to just discard and get rid of. And as they're throwing things like the word guilt, they're just getting rid of that, okay, and burning it and tossing it away. So don't let negative feelings kind of come up, and I think this is what they were talking about in the beginning of the reading. Don't let negative things in the middle of the week kind of just distract you and just kind of hold you in a place that is so unnatural to the source of your well-being. The only reason that you're feeling the negative emotion or that you're experiencing the negative situations is to alert you that you need to make a different choice, choose something else to focus upon, or try a different approach. You see, so don't say, oh my God, on middle of the week, I got to be really careful because that card came up, and and I could be controlled by my ego. The ego is never in control. The negative emotions is your source of well-being, who's offering this perfect note always, right? It's always offering that. So it's like, I don't know if this is the best analogy, but it's kind of like when you have those lights, outside, and for the insects, and when they touch it, it kind of zaps them. And it's kind of like your source of well-being. When you feel that zap, that negative emotion, when that misalignment tries to resonate with or tries to infiltrate your source of well-being, it's immediately zapped and cleared away, and you feel it, and as a reverberation of negative emotion. It's just a signal that something that you're trying to do is repeatedly trying to interact with something that it cannot. It's not possible to change the source of your well-being. It is a permanent evolution and perfection of its own offering of love. It can never be altered. There's nothing powerful enough to change it. But there are the things that we focus upon, and they will clash. That's all they can do, is just clash with that position. And so it's up to you to recognize when the clash keeps happening, it's a signal. Oh, I'm focused wrong. And then adjust. So think about just looking at approaches, how you're approaching something. Use it to help you, to inform you about what's going to work for you and what's not going to work for you. Use it as just pure information. Don't get caught up in it and start, wrestling with it, and then, picking up the rope and tug and war with other people or situations. That's not what it's for. It's kind of giving you a lifeline to help you to find that alignment within yourself so you can maintain your sense of joy. All right, let me just tune into this card and see if there's any additional information that I'm seeing here. And what they're really showing me is this woman with this, her dress looks like the branches of a tree. And the branches of a tree usually represents the consciousness. So what they're really saying is that just keep walking within the flow of your source. Okay? They want you to understand that the only way to see the big picture, the only way to have the knowing and understanding of the entire situation and as far forward and in any direction that you need to see is by first getting yourself back into alignment, back into that flow of love. Care about that first more than you do about the event or the circumstances that's out there that's just off, and what it means to you on a human level. Don't let it mean anything to your ego. That's the problem. We let it mean like oh, they were disrespected me, these kinds of things. They are taking advantage of me, da 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 da, all that kind of stuff. That's your ego. It has nothing to do with your source of well-being, because the source of well-being can never even conceptualize those things that we spend our time wrestling with. So just get in that place, and then you'll see what you need to do, because this is not about fixing. You're here to please yourself, to stay in the pleasure of your source, not to get caught up in someone else's misalignment. But when somebody's projecting something towards you, that's something that they're holding that is not even their truth. And the reason they're holding is because they're outside of their alignment. Don't join them. I guess the simple way to put this. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at the card for the weekend. And just remember, as Archangel Jeremiel was saying, all is well. Okay? All right, and so the weekend comes up with a little bit of stability here, a little bit more structure. So there's going to be some things that you're going to learn in the middle of the week. There's going to be some growth in this, because even if you just learn to appreciate the abundance that is within you, this is going to create a great deal of stability for you for the weekend and for the rest of the week, where you'll have a greater sense of planning. And here we have a king and the emperor. So this is really giving me a sense that even though that this middle part of the week is just going to be a learning curve that is going to help you to really ground, and it's going to help you work through some things that are going to be beneficial to whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to do in this week, whatever projects, whatever challenges you're having financially. You're going to find a solution. Okay, you're going to find a solution, and you're going to come up with a plan that is going to help you to maintain that. And I love this card because it has the heart here as his that he holds in his hand. And so everything is going to be sort of organized to what your heart's true desire and intention is. So this is a really, really good thing. Let me just tune in and see if there are any additional messages to this card. Okay, and so just very quickly, because I see we're getting close to time, they're just showing me, when I see a staircase, it means that there's going to be some kind of increase or advantages, but there's going to be an increase, improvement is a better word, but an increase or an improvement in your situation. tremendous improvement, okay? That'll be long lasting for you. Now let's take a look at the card from the bottom of the deck. And this is the Magician card. And this is the underlying influence. So this is right now just knowing that you can do anything, that you can that you're manifesting your reality. And this is a powerful thing to understand that it's always been in your charge. And so they really want you with this card to pay attention in this week to your thoughts, because your thoughts are powerful and they're creating. And when you get control of your thoughts, you're really in control of your life, or you feel like you're more in control of your life. And so this is really important for you to know. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings. And thank you all for your comments and here on YouTube, and for all the new subscribers. And if you're looking for an angel reading, please feel free to go to my website, theangelschool.com. And on the services page, you can sign up for a reading that would suit you best. As well as, don't forget to join us on Facebook, where I do daily card messages Monday through Friday. And you can find that link on my webpage as well. And you can find both of these links in the description link below this video. So I look forward to reading your comments about this upcoming week and your experiences, and look forward to speaking with you again. And so until next week, God bless you all.